Hi, welcome to this video brought to you by Cybrosys Technology. In this section, we will discuss about the POS module. The POS is an unique application of the Odoo which is working on 100% web-based environment. The point of sale application can be used both online as well as offline. Odoo point of sale is fully integrated with inventory and accounting applications. Any transaction in your point of sale will be automatically registered in your stock and accounting entries, but also in your CRM as the customer can be identified from the app. One of the main features of the point of sale is that it can operate in offline mode. That is, the end user can use the POS front end even if there is no internet connection.
So let's take a look on how it works in Odoo13. We can start our POS and this is our dashboard window. Here we can see all our sessions we have, and hereby we can simply start our session by clicking the new session, and we can configure each session by the menu bar of that individual sessions. And by clicking it we can see the corresponding views and the report for the sessions. Inside the view we can see here the orders and sessions. By clicking the orders we can see the corresponding orders from the session, and in the sessions we can see the details of the session, and inside the reporting here we can see the report of these orders, and here we can see the tab for settings. By clicking the settings we can enter to the corresponding settings of the session, and this is the settings for the corresponding session we are clicked. And here we can see the first checkbox is a bar or restaurant. If we enable this, then the session become a table alignment session. That's our bar or restaurant, and by enabling this we can see some changes. We will discuss it later. And here comes the new option for login with employees. By enabling this option we can provide employee to manage our session. Also the manager have the option to set security for this, and to know more about this please click the link above. And let's move to the other option, and here we can see the POS interface, and here comes the look of the POS session. And by enabling the category pictures we can set the picture for the categories, and here is an important option, that is restrict available category. For restrict products in our section we have to enable the option, and after enable we can see a select box here, and the POS section will only display the product category which we are selecting here. Then we can select here, then the category chairs will only display in our section. We can see that after saving this, and we are starting this session. We can see here the category chair only, the other products are restricted. And let's go to the others. And then the next is to set start category. By setting start category, when we open the session the category will display there, and these two options are for designing our session. And if you want to use connecting devices from outside the section, we have to enable the option IoT box devices and the connection devices, and we have to configure it here. And the barcode scanner, here we can set the default nomenclature for the barcode and the taxes. As all we know, the physical portion per order and the physical portion we can set it. And the pricing, here we can set the default price list of the session and advanced price list. By enabling this, we can set a specific price and the seasonal discounts, etc. by enabling the advanced price list. And we can see the product price. We can set it tax included price and the tax excluded price here, and the global discount is enabled from the settings here. And the loyalty programs, here by enabling the loyalty programs, we can give the customer to rewards and free samples and etc. And to know more about the loyalty programs and the rewards and the free samples, how to give rewards and etc., please click the link above. And the price control, by enabling this option, the manager can only modify the price of the product. And the payments, here comes the payment methods and the cash control, pre-fill cash payment and the tips. Here we can set the payment methods we are going to use in the sessions, and by selecting this we can use it in our session. And the cash control is an important session, and by enabling this we can set the opening money and the closing money, and we can use the cash in and out option, and we have to check the opening balance and handle the balance entries and etc. So to know more about this cash control, also please check the link above. And the pre-fill option for pre-fill or fill the payment box automatically. And tips, we can change the customer balance, or from the customer we can add the tips. We can change changes to the tips. And bill and receipt, we can design the bill. We can add the header and footer here, add custom messages, and from custom messages to the header and footer, and the reprint receipt, automatical receipt printer. By enabling this, if we configure any automatic receipt printer or any printers, the bill will be automatically print by that device. And invoicings, and the others are the inventory details. We can set the operation type, it's a POS order, and the accounting journal details, the sales details we can describe it here. And the sales reporting, we can enable the sales team here. And this is all for the settings of the shop. It means we are not enabling the option is a bar or restaurant. And we can check for bar. Here we can see the session will be in the alignment of table. It's in a table arrangement. We can open the session settings. We can see the option is enabled, and here comes the option I discussed before. And here we can see a new option for table management. This is a option for table, option for bar or restaurant. And here we can manage our flows and order line notes. By enabling this order line notes, we can add notes on our orders. For example, we want to specify some nodes for our orders, we can add it to our order lines. And we can see here the extra feature we discussed it before. It's order printing. We can see by enabling this, if we have the kitchen printer, we can move the order line to the printer, and then we can see the other options, that is bill splitting and bill printing. By bill splitting, we can split our bills by tables. If we have a table and 2 customers, we can split the bill from the table to that different customers and print the bill. We can use it by enabling this option, and this is what the settings of the bar or restaurant. And we can save and start the sale by clicking the new session. We can enter to our session, and we can make a sale by clicking a table, and we can order some orders here, and we can take another order by clicking the plus, and here we can see we can take the another table's order here, and we can we can make the payment for this. And here we can see the notes. It means the order line notes. If we have to add the order line notes here, we can add something what we want. By adding, we can see the order line note is added, and here we can see the transfer. We can transfer the order to the another table by clicking the transfer, and we can click the table we have to change. We can see the table is changed, the order is changed to the table T4, and we can set the guests in the table, and we can see we can print the bill here, and we can split the bill here, and we can print the order to the kitchen, and we can make the payment here. And here we can see we can set the customers here, and if you want to add a new customer, we can simply add customer, and we can by filling these details, and we can save the customer by this button. So we are taking our existing customer and setting, and we have to select a payment method. Here we can see the amount is automatically filled here. It's because of it's not automatically printed. It's because of we are not enable the option pre-fill, so we have to give it manually. So we made the sales, and we can go for the next order. And the further activities, the managing tables and the split billing, or other the topics are we made it in another videos, and we can check it in the below link. We are giving the description. Check it and use it as you want, and we can close this. And how the cache control will work: by enabling inside cache control inside the settings. Here we can see the option for cache control, and by this we can set our opening cache and the closing cache of our session, and we can set a default opening here, and we can see authorized difference for closing our session, and we can save and start the session, and we can see the changes there. The session we are not enabled the cache control, we can directly entered to the session by clicking the new session. But for the session, we enable the cache control. We can see the changes by clicking the new session. We are entering to a new stage, that opening session, and it's in a new session, and we can see the starting details of the session, and we can open it. By open it, we can see a starting cache for our account, and if we want to add some, and here we can add it, and we can confirm it, and then we can start the session. And here we can see we can end the session without entering to the session from here. And if you want to enter the session, we can continue selling, and here we can see the responsibility, the point of sale details, and the journal entries, opening date of this. And by clicking the end of sale, we can see the closing details, and the cache controls are here. The starting cache, we are not give the amount, or we not place any values. And if you want to know more about this cache control, please click the link above, and inside the video we will be explaining the cache in and out and the cache controls. And so we can continue selling. And after our making order or what we want, we can close the session at the end of the day, and we can see we can end the session. And if we make any order and we give any values, we can see the values here, the starting cache and the transaction and the order here and the payments here, and the difference we can see and set it here, and we can validate and post the entries. And also the validate and post button, we have made a video for that, so the link of the video will be described below in the description. And this is what the POS dashboards. And let's move on to the other.
Now let's check the next menu, that is order. Here the first option you see is order, and under this you can save the list of items that have been ordered under different section. For better understanding, you can use the group by to list out the sections wise order. So here you can see the orders made in each section. Now let's move on to the next menu under orders. The next menu you can see is section, where you can see the details of our section, such as section ID, responsible, opening date, closing date, and status. So when your section is being opened, the status of your section will change to in progress. For example, here you can see your section bar is being opened. So when you go to section, you can see your section bar status is being changed to in progress. And now when you go to dashboard and close that section by validating it, and when you see your section, now you can see the section status would be changed to closed and posted. In this section, you would also able to see a rescue section. As we know that Odoo POS works both online and offline. Even if you lost the internet connection in between your section, there is a chance to lose our orders. So in order to compensate that, the Odoo POS has a rescue section. So to know more about this section, please check the link above. By clicking it, you can see all the order details linked with this section and cash control. Next menu is payments. In payment, we see that the payment methods that is being used in POS section, and when you open this, you can see all the transaction which is made using that corresponding payment method, and to this we can configure it inside our configuration. So here you can configure the payment methods. To know more about this, please click the link above. Now the next menu that comes under order is customers. So under this you can see all the customers, and moreover here you can create a new customer if you want. So in this you can mention all the details of the customers that you want to provide. We can also create the customers from our sections, which has been already discussed. Now let's move on to the next section. That is product. Under this you can see a variety of products that you have created, and if you want to create a new one, you can click on the create button. So when you open this, you can see the name of the product that you want to give, and in order to make sure that the created product is available in POS, you have to go under the POS tab, and here we can see an option called available in POS. When you enable this option, you can make your product available in the POS module. And moreover, in order to provide a kind of lot number or serial number to your product, go to inventory tab, and there you can see an option called as traceability. Under traceability, you can enable the option by lot or by unique serial number. When you do this, you can provide a unique serial number to your product. Now let's move to the next section, that is product variant. Product variants. The product variations are utilized to oversee the items having the diverse varieties similar to measure, shading, and so on. It also permits to deal with items at layout level as well as the variation level. Now let's move to the next section, that is price list. So price list is very useful in situation where we need to set a specific price for a set of customer or for some particular product. We can also define price list rule for customers, and when the customer satisfy the conditions specified in the rule, then the price list rule will be applied on it. In this you can see a set of rules which have already been created. Now let's create a new price list. By clicking on create button, you will be navigated to a new window. Under this, you can provide the name of your price list. Here you have an option to select the currency that you wanted. And under companies, you can select the company. and when you select the company, this price list will be applicable for that company. Now here you can see the two tabs, that is price rules as well as configuration. When you click on add a line, you can see a new page, that is all product. So here they are asking whether we have to apply this price list to all products or for a product category, product or a product variant. When you enable the option product, you can see a new field open, that is product. Under this, you can provide the product for which you want to make the price list applicable. So for example, if here I am selecting the product such as acoustic block screen, and under price computation, if I am selecting the computed price as fixed price, then I have an option to provide the price for the product. In the similar way, if you select the percentage, you have an option to provide the percentage. So when you provide the percentage 50, this percentage price would be applicable to our acoustic block screen. So in this way, you can provide the price list for your product. Let's move on to the next section, that is reporting. So the reporting section of Odoo POS represents a very important tool that helps in getting the complete insight of the company's sale. Here we can get the complete analysis of the order that we have made in our section, and we can use filters, and by these parameters we can easily filter out our orders, and by using group by we can group by our orders using these parameters. Now let's see the sale details under reporting section. So under sale details, we can get the XML report of the sale details as per the conditions, such as here the start date, end date and the point of sale section. And when you click on the print section, you will get the complete details of the sale that you have made in your sections. To know more about the sale details, please check the description below.
Now let's go to our next menu. It's our configuration for this POS module, and inside the configuration we can see the settings, the general settings for the POS. And by opening the general settings, we can see the tags as first, and we can set the default tags here, and we can see our taxes, all taxes, by clicking the taxes here. And then we can see the pricings, the pricing method, then we can see the price list and the two methods that we are using in the price list. And then comes it's a multi-currency. By enabling this option, we can use the multi-currency option. We can use multiple currencies in our POS. And then payment terminals, these are the different payment method used in the different countries, and we can see in the bracket of it. And we can go to the next, is it our POS or our point of sale. Here we can see all our sessions we made it and we using, and here we can simply create a new session by create button, and we can describe the name for the point of sale, and we can change the settings as you want. And here you can manage your session. You can change the settings as like we changing in the dashboard. And then payment methods. These are the currently used payment methods in our sessions. we can check it by click it, and we can edit. We can see here intermediate account and cash journal and company. And to know more about payment methods, please check the description below. And we go to the next. It is the POS product category. Here we can see all our product categories, and we can create a new category by clicking the create button, and we can see the existing, and we can go to the next, and it is the attributes. Here the attributes we are using in the product variants, we can set it. And we can add the values for these attributes. From this window we can configure the attribute as we want. And this is all for our POS module, our point of sale module.
If you are interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business, drop your request to info@cybrosys.com.